how do we think well about difficult topics? I don't mean that we think any better about easy topics, but easy topics we may not need to think well. It might be good to think well about an easy topic, like an easy topic would be like, is the earth flat? So most people go, no, it isn't. It isn't that we think particularly well around this or we could prove it really well, but it's not that important because other people have thought well, and it's sort of in our culture. The really tough thing is, how do we think well about difficult topics? Now, a difficult topic is any topic where there is a set conclusion, usually in your society, and very often quite a penalty for thinking in a different way. I think about things like in the 60s, in the south of the United States, when blacks and whites sat at a lunch counter together. They were all dragged out and beaten, and I believe, I'm remembering there were a few deaths. The good thinking there was that blacks and whites were equal. Now, it would be very easy to think about blacks and whites being equal in a society. It is easy. When that's the general view, it's like, not difficult, no penalty. In fact, the penalty is if you have any other view. How do you think well about difficult topics? Sometimes it's just daring to think about it at all in the privacy of your own mind. The next thing would be to try to get an information about this difficult topic. And another thing might be to try to find some like-minded people. It also takes a lot of psychological strength to think well about difficult topics. In other words, it's not only being able to use logic, being able to go and get information, knowing which sources to trust and not. It often takes a lot of inner qualities to think well, because likely you're going to be called, let's say, names, and sometimes you may also be endangered. You may also get killed. So how do you think well? Well, the rules of logic are one beginning. The other thing is having a lot of inner strength. And the next thing is, the final thing, is taking a step towards it, taking at least one step, because every step will lead you to further steps in thinking well.